Stay tuned as we take a look at this Marvel Legends Kingpin Build-A-Figure. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today we have come to the end of yet another set of Marvel Legends reviews, and in front of me we have all of the pieces you will need to build Kingpin, aka Wilson Fisk. Very happy about this Build-A-Figure. Let's be honest, it's the main reason a lot of people are buying this wave. Hasbro know what they are doing. They have enticed us in with a figure that we have wanted for a long time, and I'm going to be very happy to add this guy to the collection. So before I build him, let me just apologise. I'm having a few sound issues on my mic at the minute, so I'm probably too loud or too quiet, but I promise to get it sorted soon. Now, back to business. Now, to get every single piece you see on the table, you will need to buy the 6 figures in this wave. So, you don't need to buy the Spider-Man with the 6 arms. He does not come with a Build-A-Figure piece. But you will need to buy Black Cat, Puma, Superior Spider-Man, Night Thrasher, Silver Sable, and the Red Goblin. You buy all of those pieces, and you will get all of the pieces on the table, and you should be able to build yourself Kingpin like I'm going to do now. So I'm going to try and build it on camera. Usually this is a fail, but we shall try. And I'll switch my background from white to black as well, because let's be honest, showing a white figure on the white background, he's going to blend in, isn't he? But let's do this. Okay, so let me just zoom out as best as I can. So legs, quite straightforward, and they went in quite nicely there. So there's 1. There's 2. Be careful of that jacket, does come off as well. So let me just move the camera back up a little bit. There you go, if you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so there he is standing. So arms, very self-explanatory. They go in there. I didn't hear a click or anything, but they do feel tighter in there. This one, again, I'm always going to pause the camera just to make sure I've done this properly. But they seem okay. So there he is, looking like a chunky guy. And remember, he's pure muscle. It's not all fat. Let's put on this head. Okay, and then I didn't hear a click. I prefer it when I hear a click. And let's give him his pimp cane. And pow. There we have Wilson Fisk. Beautiful. So of course you get 2 interchangeable heads, which I will show them off in detail in a second. But let me just pause the camera, make sure my sound's working, and make sure this guy was all clicked into place. So here we have a closer look at Kingpin. I don't know why he chose a white suit, because I wouldn't trust myself to keep that clean. Knowing my look, I'd order spaghetti bolognese and get stains all over that. So interesting fashion choice there, Wilson, but still looks nice. He's got the purple lapel and the tie, and the face sculpt is a nice sort of blank but evil expression. You can tell he is not in a good mood. And the size of this figure is pretty good. If I bring in the tape measure, you see for yourself, he is just over 7 inches tall, probably just over 7.5 inches tall. And yeah, I'll compare him to some bigger Build-A-Figures in a minute from the Spider-Man world, but I just wanted to show you these 2 different head sculpts. In regards to details, you've got the buttons, you've got the shirt. As I said, this is a separate piece. The rest of the trousers are white. The shoes are just all black. There is his pimp cane, which is like got some sort of diamond on top. I know he's used to having a ruby one at points, but I quite like that diamond one. Again, his tie, lapel. You can see the black shirt underneath his white jacket there. He's got a ring finger. You do not want to be punched with that ring. That is a nice touch. And then on the back, it is just all white, not a lot to see. So yeah, that is one face sculpt, and that is probably how I'm going to pose him on the shelf, looking mean. But if we take that off, he does have an evil looking expression as well. This is where you have caught him in a bad mood. And yeah, he is ready to punch someone now. There is your evil looking Kingpin. Really like the facial expression. Definitely don't want to mess with that guy. Now, as is a bigger figure, I thought I'd show off any articulation he has. So he does have single jointed elbows on both hands, and he does have a wrist sort of swivel and joint, so he can move him like that if you want. Again, this is a removable piece, but he will only hold it in that hand. The other hand is just a complete fist. And obviously they will move. His neck's decent. No real pivot, but it will look up pretty good. So Spider-Man swinging in the rafters, he can have a look. Can't look down much, but you can crunch him down over his stubby legs, I guess. There isn't any type of a waist, like ab crunch, but there is like a cut there in the diaphragm. So you do get swivel at the top there, but not a lot of crunching forward and back. And knees are a little bit awkward because this knee will bend pretty good, to be fair, for a single jointed knee. So you can see him stepping on someone. But this knee, I can't get to bend at all. Like, I've tried heating it up and I feel like if I force it anymore, I'm going to snap it. So it will rotate, but if I try and bend that, it's like the plastic stuck. So I think it's just maybe just mine in particular. But yeah, I need to warm that up, get it in some hot water or do something, because my quick fix didn't work. So I can't bend this knee at the minute. But other than that, the leg articulation for a big figure isn't too bad at all. So yeah, not bad at all. So I'm really happy to have Kingpin in figure form at last. Grew up in the 90s, so he was a mainstay of that animated show on Spider-Man. He's one of the main villains in Daredevil. Obviously, he's had a resurgence in this Daredevil TV show recently. It would be great to get a Vincent D'Onofrio version of Kingpin as well for my MCU collection, but I am dreaming. But still, very happy with this. This one, I don't have the Toy Biz version, but let's be honest, this one blows it out of the water already. This is going to look very imposing and menacing on your villain shelf without a doubt. So if anyone is curious of who Kingpin actually is, lucky for you, I have a segment that I like to call Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin. Who is he?
This is the part of the video where we ask the question, who is he? And I try and give you a little bit of information about the character this figure is inspired by. So, Kingpin, who is he? Kingpin's real name is Wilson Fisk, and he has rose to become one of the most powerful, feared crime bosses in the Marvel Universe. His first appearance was in The Amazing Spider-Man 50 in July of 1967. Based in New York as the crime overlord, corrupt, rich and powerful, Kingpin looks like an overweight, heavy-set man, yet Kingpin is almost entirely muscle and can hold his own against many heroes in combat, and is able to crush a man's skull with his bare hands. A criminal mastermind and tactician with an organisation to back him, Kingpin is a dangerous enemy.
There you go, so I hope that helps. Again, I do not claim to be an expert, but it is nice to have a little bit of information about the characters these figures are inspired by. So, of course, let's get into some comparisons. And first and foremost, a random one, but it was the last Build-A-Figure I reviewed, and it was the Kree Sentry. So people wanted to know the height comparison compared to the last two Build-A-Figures. So this is the Build-A-Figure of the recent Captain Marvel wave. This is, of course, the Kingpin wave. So there is your comparison of the two. Kree Sentry is a little bit bigger. So who else can I bring in this time from the Spider-Man verse? I'm thinking another big guy, another Build-A-Figure, the Rhino. So as you can see, Rhino is a little bit taller than the Kingpin, but mainly because of his horns. So getting them standing side by side there, I reckon that is a good height comparison there for Kingpin and the Rhino, looking very good. If I bring in some sort of other figures as well, we can bring in another henchman type vibe. So there we have Tombstone, and as you can see, come just past Kingpin's shoulder. And if I bring in another henchman type guy, there is Chameleon. And you can see the height goes up and up and up there, but it's a decent size comparison for your villains in the Spider-Man world. And here we have the Pizza Spider-Man and Mary Jane Watson again compared to Kingpin. And I think Wilson stands at a nice height. Just think he's not a super powered guy. He is a normal human. And I know it looks like he's ate too many donuts, but he is mainly muscle. He has the body of a sumo wrestler. This guy is an imposing force in the Spider-Verse. So there we have it, the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Kingpin wave for 2019. And overall, I'm very happy to add Kingpin and a couple of these figures to my collection. If I had my own way, would I have had a different figure assortment? Probably yes, but you know me, I try and remain positive on this channel because we are living in the golden age of Marvel Legends, and I'm just happy to be getting so many figures that I don't like complaining. But if it was up to me, I probably wouldn't have needed that updated Black Cat on a new outfit. Did I need an extra symbiote Spider-Man? Probably not. Could have the 6-arm Spider-Man been better executed? Probably yes. Was Red Goblin missing some vital pieces in my opinion, aka the glider and a Norman Osborn head? Yes, but I am happy to add Silver Sable, Puma, and of course Night Thrasher to my collection. And of course, Kingpin. Let's be honest, this wave is all about the Kingpin. Hasbro know what they're doing. Enticed me to buy the whole wave just so I could build Kingpin. Very clever marketing technique. Bravo, bravo. So you let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you buying this wave just to build Kingpin, or are you after particular figures in this assortment? Very curious to hear your thoughts and opinions, as I know Spider-Man is always a very popular wave of the year, and there may be some figures in this wave that you were very happy to get. But you know me, I've done reviews of every single one of these figures on the table, so go and check out the playlist on my channel right now of reviews of all of these, or go and check out the videos tab. I've got tons of Marvel Legends reviews, tons on there. Go and check something out, and you know what to do. If you like what you see, then please, please, please hit that subscribe button. It's all I ask. Just press a button. It means a lot to me. Honestly, it encourages me to do more, because we're going to have a lot of Marvel Legend waves to come throughout the rest of the year. So yeah, subscribe for more. And of course, my name's Dan W, and I shall see you on the next one.